Well, my glorious subscribers, it's been a long time. To be precise, it's been over 140,000 hours, 5,840 days, and 16 years since I first started this YouTube channel. To put that in perspective, that means I've been making content here on YouTube longer than just about anyone else you watch on this platform. I've been making content longer than MatPat, PewDiePie. Hell, I was making video game content 4 years before Markiplier ever made his first video. I have been with YouTube for nearly 2 decades now, and I've seen it grow and evolve time and time again, and me along with it. I've gone from original story-based Let's Plays and gaming content to wacky editorials and comedy videos to dubbed comic animation and original audio dramas. I've made many different kinds of content over the years, and I've enjoyed every single second of it. But having said all that, with recent changes to the YouTube platform and an overall shift in YouTube policy that has, honestly, made my life difficult over the past few years, I think it's time to finally make a tough decision. A decision I know I've been resisting for some time now, despite knowing that, really, I should have made it a long time ago. Dear viewers, after 16 years of making content on this one YouTube channel, I think it's finally time to make 3 more YouTube channels! That's right, dear viewers! Today, I have made the bold decision to separate out my content into 3 additional YouTube channels to this one that will allow viewers like you, new and old, to better find and experience the many different facets of my content. Now, why am I doing this, you might ask? Well, that's a bit of a complicated question with an even more complex answer, but from a purely technical standpoint alone, here's the general gist of it. Here's the sad truth, my glorious subscribers. I can hardly even call you my glorious subscribers anymore! I mean, most of you still aren't subscribed anyway, but it almost wouldn't matter. And you know why? Over the past few years, YouTube has essentially made subscribers entirely useless! Subscriptions are simply not how YouTube feeds you content anymore. YouTube's primary means of feeding you content is by examining your recent watch history. And that's pretty much it. If you have seen my videos recently, you will see my content. But if you haven't watched my videos in some time, even if you're actually subscribed to me, you won't see it! Enabling a bell notification is a tremendous help, which I do implore you to do if you can, but most people only find your new content on YouTube these days by recently watching something else you've already made. In other words, if you didn't watch some of those My Hero shorts I made that have been popping off so much lately, you probably might not have seen the Joker meets Spider-Man videos I also did. Now, this might not be the worst thing in the world for a YouTube channel that serves a very specific and unique niche and only does one thing, but like I said earlier, I've been on YouTube for 16 years. I have a lot of different kinds of content I've produced over the years. A lot more content than just comic dubs and audio dramas. And as much as I hate to admit it, and even though it was never really my intention, this channel has kind of become, taken over by all of the comic dubs and animation content, which is fine. I love making comic dubs. I wouldn't make them if I didn't enjoy doing them. And the continued success of this channel and your viewership quite literally prevents me from being homeless. But there are videos I want to make, no, need to make, that I've been neglecting for far too long. I have videos on hard drives that have been in editing and development hell for several years now, and I still haven't finished or uploaded them. And though it pains me to say it, a lot of that reason is because the way the current YouTube system works is it punishes creators for making content outside of the content YouTube thinks you should be making. Which makes sense, I get it. I make comic dubs all the time now. It's not how this channel started, but it is the predominant form of content this channel produces now. So when I make a comic dub, YouTube knows the kind of people they want to display my comic dub videos to. Well, sometimes, anyway. When I make a video that isn't a comic dub, even if it's a video that some of my oldest subscribers have been waiting for me to make, YouTube simply does not know what to do with it. I don't want to seem like a crybaby or make anyone feel like they've let me down, and I hate saying it out loud, but it really, really sucks when you pour your heart and soul and several weeks of non-stop work into a video project that after 5 years only has 6,000 views, and meanwhile, the YouTube short version of a thing you already made years ago that took you all of 5 minutes to convert into a shorts format suddenly gets literally 10 million views! Putting so much effort into a thing that very few people wind up watching can be a pretty soul-crushing experience, and I've experienced it more than a few times over the years on this channel, and I don't like admitting that the poor performance for some of those videos have discouraged me from making bigger videos that I probably should have taken on in hindsight. But I've had enough of that. And though it's taken me far too long to take action and do something about it, I am now finally coming to the realization that if YouTube wants my channel to focus only on one thing at a time, then so be it! I'll just have 4 channels instead of 1! This way, each of my channels is much more likely to find its proper audience, and someone who's waiting for the next Hitman episode, for example, doesn't have to sit and slog through 200 comic dubs they might not really be interested in order to find it. So, let me give you a quick rundown of the state of this channel and what you can expect from each of the additional 3 channels going forward, ranking from my highest priority to my lowest. Starting with this one! This channel is and will continue to be my most active channel. As it has been for the past several years, this channel will almost exclusively be comic dubs, animations, and audio dramas only. My Arkham Rogues audio drama will continue to release here, of which the next episode is in production, by the way. I'll continue to do comic dubs for My Hero Academia, Miraculous Ladybug, Legend of Zelda, Marvel, DC, and just about anything that continues to have the largest response. Because the YouTube algorithm is how it is, my biggest barometer of what makes you, dear viewer, the most happy is what is getting viewed, liked, and commented on the most. Like and share something and I'll make more of it. So, look forward to more glorious comic content as always. Though I do want to be clear, I won't be deleting anything off this channel. All my old content, including that which I have no plans to be re-uploading anywhere else, will stay here on this channel and act as an archive for those of you that want to go back and re-experience some of those old comments and fond memories. My second biggest priority, at least in the coming months, will be the PhantomSavage, which will be where I'll be uploading any content related to gaming or my Let's Play storylines. Here you'll be able to find all my old Savage plays, all the Let's Play Hitman episodes, and some future stuff I'm sure the very oldest of my subscribers on this channel won't want to miss. PhantomSavage 2 is my secondary channel, and I'm very excited about it because it'll let me do more personality-based content that I've never felt I've had the time or place for on this channel. This channel is effectively my dumping ground for whatever weird and creative thing my mind wants to produce at any given time. Be it sorting myself in Harry Potter houses, or diving deep into my top 10 biggest childhood influences, these are the kinds of videos you can look forward to on this channel. And I'm very excited about making more of this editorial style of content that, honestly, I've always wanted to make a lot more of and just never really got the chance. And lastly, lowest on the priority scale and truly oddest of the bunch, the Savage Cook. This comes from the fact that for a few short times over this past nearly 2-decade YouTube career of mine, I've actually made 3 cooking videos, all 3 of which were some of the most fun I've ever had making content. Honestly, these were just kind of like fun one-off things that I did, and then a bunch of friends of mine told me I should make more of this content, but I just never felt that it fit on this channel. So making a new cooking channel gives me the opportunity to make those kind of videos when I feel like it. And when I feel like it is actually a good way of going about things. Truth be told, I don't exactly have a set upload and content schedule for any of my channels, except for maybe this one, which I try to post on as often as possible. Making all these new channels isn't so much about plunging myself into a strict regime of multifaceted content creation, so much as it is about giving me options about the kind of content I can create at any given time in a way that the YouTube algorithm does not penalize me for doing so. New videos could pop up on any of these new channels a month from now, or they could pop up tomorrow, which is why I implore you, dear viewers, please like and subscribe to all my channels. And in this case especially, do not forget to hit that damn notification bell. If I've uploaded videos that you failed to notice, it is that damn bell's fault. Click it! Don't forget it! I'd also very briefly like to address Bastard Brothers content, as I know some older viewers are still curious about that. Truthfully, I don't really know if I have any future plans for that stuff at this current time, as that's a discussion that would involve KZ, who's doing pretty well for himself right now, which is awesome and I'm proud of him for. He's a busy man now, and so am I. Though I know I want to do some content with him in the future, I'm not sure if either one of us want to dedicate an entire channel for it at this time. So if we do stuff together, it may just be as guests in each other's videos for a while. I'm yet to really talk to KZ about any of this, as I'm primarily getting my channels and content in order, and he's got his own content he's doing a pretty damn fine job of managing. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And lastly, and this one is a doozy, I'd like to announce that I am slowly, but surely, investing in VTubing! One thing I've decided I'd get into for a few years now is I know I want to stream more often. And because I have no interest in being a webcam streamer, that leaves me with the expensive yet artistically badass choice of becoming a VTuber. Though I am a little behind on that front, both financially and time-wise. Look, man, VTubing is expensive, and it takes a lot of time to set up. I was really hoping I would have enough money saved up by the end of the year to invest in a good model and rig right away, but I had some unexpected expenses last year I'd rather not get into, like my refrigerator dying, or a third cat showing up at my house unannounced, or an unexpected surgery I'm gonna have to pay for. Well, basically all that left me with nowhere near enough to get a good model made, let alone with fancy rigging. But just know that VTubing is on my list of things to accomplish this year, and I plan on streaming more often as a result of it. I may even need to, for the channel's sake. In case you didn't know, YouTube doesn't really pay money. I need money! Please like and subscribe to all my channels now, and don't forget to comment, share, and hit that bell!